Alright, so everyone at the skate park once again was stoked on the car videos for some reason. Tito, Marley, Timmy, whoever else, you know. So today I want the AC and heater to work. So when you turn this on, it doesn't blow. And when you hit this button, which is kind of stuck, that button works. The AC button should light up when this is on, but it does not. And the blower motor just won't turn on. That's my problem. So I'm sure the AC works once the blower motor turns on. So yesterday I didn't film this, but I took the blower motor out. It's behind here. And I took the resistor for the blower motor out and I put them in my GTI because it's the same car. Put them in that car and they still work. Then I put the GTIs in this car and they still don't work. So I know that both blower motors and both resistors work because they all work in the GTI. But none of them work in this car, so this car is the problem. And I think it's the switches. That's the problem. And I've got to take this off, this off, this off. And then the radio's got to come back out. And then this whole black piece comes out, all to get the switches out. And then I'm going to dissect them and see if I can get them to work. If not, new ones are $30 and I'm not going to buy any. Alright, so the glove box is super easy to get out. It's 3 screws across the top, 3 screws across the bottom. Take this, pop it out. That was kind of aggressive. And the whole thing just slides out like that. And then there's plugs here that I probably can't get with one hand. And then I don't even need to unplug those. The glove box can just dangle. And everything I take apart, I find more like nasty shit. Like, look how gross that is. And that's the blower motor. The resistor just plugs the resistors. That one's the blower motor. I already took that out. I know those both work because I put them in the other car, like I said. And now I need to take apart this side of the dash to get the middle part out. Alright, I got this stuff off. It's right here. It's obviously nasty behind it. Got that apart in about 35 seconds because I've done it a million times. Never taken apart the center part before though, so I'm gonna start doing that. Alright, so update, we found a rusty metal bracket, a starburst, and a golf ball behind here. Not sure how any of that stuff gets behind here. As you can see, I ripped apart the entire car at this point. Kind of annoying. Just stuff everywhere. Ew. Look at this carpet. That's disgusting. What is this? Garbage? Oh yeah, it's garbage. Kind of annoyed. Now I've got to finish messing with this. So this switch in here is what I think the problem is. When I put the key in, it should turn the fan on. And it still doesn't, so. Yeah, now I'm gonna get this out. So this video is probably gonna be pretty uneventful, except for a nice video of me spending 40 minutes ripping apart my whole dash. Got this out though. It's nasty, look at this. I've got like sticky candy on my fingers now. Beautiful automatic shifter. Yeah, gross. Anyways, so I'm gonna try to take this apart and see what's wrong, but I'd like to bypass the switches and just shove wires into these plugs and see if I can get the fans to spin. Because this tan wire goes right here into the motor, and then this orange wire goes up, loops around, and then goes down, and it goes down here because that's a ground. So maybe that's just not grounded, but I'm not sure where they have that grounded to. But that could be my problem, because this car's definitely been taken apart before under here because there's screws missing and stuff. So somehow a golf ball got in here, wherever that went. That's crazy. Alright, this is gonna be hard to film, but look guys, they're on, they're blowing. Look. I jumped it with this wire. Do that one more time. And yeah, it's kind of hard, to be honest. So we know the fan works and everything, so it's 100% that the switches are bad. It's kind of annoying, but we know it works and the wiring's all good, so yeah, I didn't do this all for nothing. All right, so found the issue. So this is all ripped apart now, obviously. This knob goes here. Sorry, my filming's not good. This little piece of metal slides around this copper, making a current onto different pins in the back of that, telling it what amount of voltage to send to the fan, making it spin at a 1, 2, 3, or 4 speed or off. So when this pin isn't touching the copper, like over here, it's a 0, and then 1, and then the thicker it goes, the more voltage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back. And then this pin was just sitting in the bottom of this, so that pin was doing nothing. So I'm gonna figure out how that pin's supposed to go back onto this, and we'll test it out in the car. All right, so the super glue that I have, the lid is super glued on, and I tried to use pliers and twist this apart, and ended up having to poke this hole in it with the pick and squeeze glue out of that hole because the super glue itself is glued shut. So I super glued this little piece back together. You can see where it was cracked. And I'll probably put more glue on. This stuff dries like immediately. Then I'm gonna throw this back together and go try it out in the car, and I'm 100% positive it's gonna work. All right, it's plugged in. Is it gonna work? Oh, look at that. It's blowing. You hear it? Oh, look at all that stuff coming out of the vents. Ew. I can't believe it's working. Look, the AC light's on. And it's blowing cold. What, Kennedy?
Totally. The whole thing is apart.
Had to come apart, Kennedy. Been out here forever working on this. Guess what was broken?
Huh.
Switch. And look, remember the AC light wouldn't come on? Phil, put your hand over the vent.
Wow. It works.
Alright, it's been a while since the last update, but fire up the car, you know. Hope you can hear the air blowing. He keeps blowing dirt and stuff out because his air conditioning and heat probably hasn't worked in many years, but who knows, really. It kind of stinks too. Like, the cabin air filter's never been replaced ever. I guarantee it hasn't been. All the controls seem to work fine. AC button works. Oop, I just heard the AC click on. Let's turn it to cold for the AC. It's hard to tell if it's blowing cold because it's pretty cold outside. Alright, that's the end of this video. Interior's all back together. Sorry I didn't film the interior going back together, but that isn't fun to film. Or fun to watch probably, so if you have any ideas on what you want me to do to this car next, leave it in the comments, because nobody comments on my videos except for Timmy himself. Alright, I know I always do this, but I was just seeing if the AC was charged, and it's charged. It's not full, but it's full enough to work. So it's confirmed that the AC works and it's blowing cold. It feels cold. But anyways, alright, see ya.